All right. First of all, this bill was mainly enacted because the federal government and president had failed to act, and this law was the result of a failure of action by our federal government and president. Arizona State Senator Russell Pierce, author of SB 1070, on May 7, 2010, said that the federal government simply needs to enforce its immigration laws by cracking down on employers of illegal aliens, securing the borders, and deporting illegal aliens. Attrition by enforcement, he says. So by attrition by enforcement, by what that means is that giving power to local police enforcement to enforce the law that federal government, that federal enforcement would have to usually do, that they just didn't have the manpower to enforce the federal law. The Pew Research Center for the Press and People on May 12th conducted a survey of that they state that just 25% of people approve the way Obama is handling the issue, while more than twice as many, 54%, disapprove. The advocate said, states that it will cost a large amount of money to actually keep this law. And overall, the net cost to taxpayers of retirement benefits for amnesty, which our federal government is suggesting is likely to be $2.6 trillion. This is by the Heritage Foundation, published on June 6, 2007. My advocate also claimed that there are warrantless arrests. Well, according to this law, that it states that every person who crosses into the border illegally is on federal land, and that they are trespassing by doing that. And by trespassing, by doing this, they're committing a misdemeanor. And so basically, we're harboring criminals by letting them in. And this law is not a recent thing that has come up recently. Arizona State Senator Russell Pierce, author of SB 1070, said there's a long legal precedent going back to 1976 that allows states to pass legislation to discourage illegal immigration so long as it does not conflict with federal law. SB 1070 was specifically designed to mirror federal immigration law to avoid such a conflict. Again, Arizona Governor Jan Brewer reiterates this point by saying that this legislation mirrors federal laws regarding immigration enforcement. Despite erroneous and misleading statements suggesting otherwise, the new state misdemeanor crime, willful failure to comply or carry an alien registration document, is adopted verbatim from the same offense found in federal statute. The claim that there's increased court costs and the cost of the boycotts, I find it kind of amusing because all these boycotts going on, but I actually did some research and then found out that according to the LA Times, Dennis Romero, May 20th of 2010, actually read our own California Penal Code section of 834B, and our current law in California strangely resembles this current law that has just been enacted in Arizona. And if you read the exact words of this, it follows very closely to the exact wording of SB 1070, without the point that it does not say anywhere in California law that that there will be, no discrimination or against any people. So in reality, our California law is actually more stringent and harsher than Arizona's new law. The current law in Arizona is not really enforced. Arizona law, Jonathan Cooper of the Associated Press on April 24th states that current law in Arizona and most states require police to ask about the immigration status of those that they come across, and many departments prohibit officers From inquiring out of fear, immigrants won't report crime or cooperate in other investigations. This is basically just saying that, I mean, my advocate made the same claim that that illegal immigrants are scared to contact police authorities over crimes. So they're not helping in, reporting crimes at all because they're scared of being deported in the first place. Also, that there is a huge strain on the growth of the illegal immigration, and that every year it drastically increases. FAIR, the Federation of Immigration Reform, states that federal government estimated that Arizona had one of the fastest growing illegal immigration populations in the country, increasing from 330,000 in 2000 to over 560,000 in 2008. This job will also actually block jobs from illegal immigrants, which would help our economy, in Arizona's economy as well. In the actual bill, it states that it is unlawful for a person who is unlawfully present in the United States and is an authorized alien to knowingly apply for work, solicit work in a public space, or perform work as an employee or independent contractor in the state. This will help preserve jobs in Arizona as well by keeping illegal immigrants from applying to those jobs. FAIR also estimates that over $400 million a year is uncompensated medical outlays for health care provided by the state's illegal alien population. So
that's 7 minutes, so.
Okay, so repealing SB 1070 will only take Arizona one step backwards and not where we need to be, and that is one step forward, as the evidence I had just pointed out.